What's up, noobs? Welcome to Contractors. Now, some of you may have seen my video in the past, and some of you may have not. But we're going to recap some of the best tips and tricks that I've developed over the last year of playing Contractors in VR. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to check over the acronym That's right. Super easy. I came up with this acronym months ago and I still am struggling to say it. However, its effectiveness is bar none. Now I know what you may be thinking. I already knew but that's okay. Because we're also going to cover the top tips and tricks that are relevant to the game right now in its current state. Now we're going to break that acronym down step by step for all you noobs out there. NSS. You never want to stand still. That's just going to lead to you dying, being a stationary target. This can mostly be achieved by using the thumbstick on the left hand. Beware though, if you move it too quickly, your character actually won't move at all. So you gotta time it left and right to make sure that you're zigging and zagging and bobbing and weaving. The next part of the acronym is M. U-Y-M. Use your mouth. Open this thing up. Make some call-outs. Stop complaining. If you're an annoying little prick, mute your mic. Thank you, from the rest of us. This brings me to my next point. Stop camping corners. First of all, it's not going to help you get any better when you're not working on your movement. And if I know that you're sitting there, I'm just going to drop a frag in your lap the next time that I come by. So keep moving and keep shooting. Another skill that you should always be implementing is TIC. Tactical Combat Reload. Once again, don't worry about the R. What that means is when you're in a gunfight and you're dispensing freedom, and then you're like, oh man, I might be getting low on ammo, but I don't know. That's when you grab one of these suckers, drop your other mag, and slam that mother right into the bottom of that gun. Get right back in the fight. That way you don't have to rack the bolt or deal with any other slowing things that are going to keep you from killing your target as quickly and as efficiently as possible. This brings me to the last point of the acronym, speed turning. It's a setting in the menu. You can access it by following these simple steps that are going to be displayed on your screen. Additionally, we're going to now cover the top 10 tips and tricks that I have. It may not be a full 10, but that's okay. We're going to cover them anyway. Tip number 1, blade yourself during a gunfight. Now what does that mean? You should never be addressing multiple angles at the same time where you can get shot in the face. It's going to lead to your demise. Be sure that you step back and only address one angle at a time. And when you're addressing that angle, it's probably best to have your gun pointing in that direction. Tip number 2, you should be using the virtual gun stop settings in Contractors. It's free, you just hit a button, and it'll allow you to continue to dispense freedom as quickly and as efficiently as you possibly could imagine. This will make your shot more stable, your stable more shots, and your killier more killier. That's right. I'm here for you. Tip number 3, where to shove this thing. Before I taught a method of you should put this controller on your chin, and that would allow you to have the same side alignment every single time. However, with the CZ805's code, for whatever reason, if this gets too close to your face, the recoil goes 4 times as high. So I would recommend freehanding for now. However, your left hand should be pushed as far out away from you as possible. That's going to allow you to have the most distance between your controllers and then allow you to have the most amount of accuracy. Tip number 4, some of the settings for your game. I would highly recommend using a lime green reticle color. I would go 0 on red, 0 on blue, and I would turn green all the way down to about 56. I know it looks very dark, but for whatever reason, when you look through your holographic sight, it's going to be a bright green. This will also prevent washout on some of those maps that are a little bit lighter colored or snow-colored levels. Additionally, on top of this tip, you can now turn off blood effects, and this will not have the blood screen overlay over your eyes. However, you're also not going to know when you're low on health because there's no blood over your eyes. So, keep that in mind. It'll also prevent you from being able to see the blood hit markers on your opponent, which some people like to see. Who doesn't like more blood for the blood god? The last setting is going to be to use the little dot. That's going to make sure that your eye's only tracking one small element, and you can line that up with the pixels across the map and blow away those headshots. Tip number 7, what armor should you be wearing? Right now in the game, there's two viable options. One of them is light, and one of them is medium. I can tell you at the higher levels of gameplay, most people are running light, because the protection between light and medium is almost nothing different. Additionally, having faster movement allows you to zigzag a lot faster. And if you're doing this in the middle of a gunfight, you're a harder target to hit. So I would recommend using light armor. Can I be done now? Thank you. I've now forgotten what number I'm even on, but that's irrelevant. The point is that you get these tips and these tricks as quickly as possible. So we're going to continue on. I know in a gunfight, it's important to blade yourself and not present yourself as a target from more than one angle. The other thing you want to do is never peek from the same spot more than once. Or if you do, be ready to get your head blown off. What this means is peek from one side, shift, and shoot from another. And then go back. And then go back. And then go back. And then go back.
Oh my.
But try not to be too predictable. Your opponent will know where you're coming from, and they'll pre-fire that corner, smoking you in the face before you can say, and it's committed. There's a lot of new people coming into the game right now. And a lot of people are asking me, what's the best gun to be using? I've heard some crazy answers online while streaming, so I thought I'd simplify it for all of you. Currently, the best loadout you can be using is light armor, 2 frags, the CZ805, holographic sight, triangle grip, and that's a total of 31 or 32 points. The second option is medium armor, 2 frag grenades, the CZ805, holographic sight, triangle grip. The third option is CZ805, iron sights, double frag, triangle grip, medium or light armor. The fourth option is the CZ805 with nothing on it and a couple of grenades. And the fifth option is maybe the M16 if you can figure out how to get that trigger to work and not miss shots every now and then. Now that we've covered the best guns in the game, you should probably stick to one of my recommendations and just go with the CZ805. Now I used to say that you should be using semi versus full auto for some of those longer range shots. However, ever since the gun balancing update, semi-automatic is basically trash and doesn't work like it should in real life. The trigger squeeze is very slow and non-responsive, and there's like a weird system that the gun has to reset its recoil before you can fire another round. You should never switch off of automatic. Dispense hate at every single moment that you possibly can by holding down the trigger on fully automatic. Now to all you noobs out there, I hope that some of this information was useful for you. I know over time you're going to want to develop your own method of playing. However, that's an absolutely terrible idea. You should never figure things out on your own. You should always play exactly like me if you want the best results. Because clearly, I'm a pro. Or you can develop your own methods and be happy about life and play with whatever gun you would like, whatever loadout you would like, and if you want to run around with a samurai sword and grenades, have at it. Now guys, we're getting close to reaching 1,000 subs. I can't thank you enough, and I appreciate every single one of you who is subbed to the channel. If you're not subbed and you see this video, please consider doing so, as I would really like to hit 1,000 subs before my first year. It's been a personal goal of mine, and I hope that I can help you, and maybe you can help me too. If you don't want to subscribe, if you don't mind to take the time, take your little finger, go down there, there's a like button, smash that, obliterate it, and make me happy. Because I'm Astraeus, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you for your time. As always, keep it classy, and I will catch you on the next one.
Bruh.
I know in a gunfight it's important to not only blade yourself, but also peek for fine.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, a disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy. Think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease